So I think in MSET, again, right here, my cousin was, he I think he came around 9th standard, so he was finishing his engineering. So I was checking out with him, okay, which engineering should I take if I get? So he's told it, okay, Geetam, you can Geetam go for Geetam computer science or electronics, or you can go for chemical engineering because it will be, easy to move to US because people are getting visas easily, visas easily for US. So you take chemical engineering. It's not that, I wanted to do chemical engineering also. It was in my choices. Okay. So in MSET, I got 795 rank. And wow, I thought, okay.
Oh, you got 795 rank? Oh,
yeah, I got 795 rank. Hey, here is again, when my father was quite happy, he was so proud. I think in his bank, nobody got it. They even facilitated me. It was a proud moment for him. But again, right here, when we went for MSET counseling, Geetam computer science over, Geetam electronics over, then that is like a humbling moment for you. There are people more better than you, like, right? So there is always things happen to keep you humble. So then
that time is like electronics or computers, right? They were just taking like that, and that's
just taking like that. And my dad didn't had good impression on civil and mechanical engineering. So he said, okay, since your cousin is saying that this is a easy way to go to the US, so why don't you take chemical engineering? So that's how I took chemical engineering. So it's not that
but you have some awareness, like there are people in the family that know about little bit more about education.
Nobody is a chemical engineer in my family. I took chemical engineering only based on that cousin's suggestion that it is easy to go to US. Because next to my house as well, there was a family who has like 4 brothers. I think last 2 were twins, and they both were like our seniors. I think once we started, they were 4 final year students. So they were also going to US. So they were also saying that a lot of people in our class are going to chemical engineering. That seems to like a good choice. So again here, I think in my along with that, one more thing happened was like I have a cousin, we call it, right, or Mardalu. Surekha, right? She is my mom's
classmate.
My mom's brother's daughter. So she cousin, right? So she was also
first cousin, right? Yeah.
First cousin. So she also got into this chemical engineering. So I was a little bit, upset that now there are my mom used to tease me. Now, I have my special
spy on you.
Spy on you. At the time, I was quite scared. But what I think is she was quite matured enough, right? That's what I came to know that, usually at the same age, women are more matured than men. So she had that maturity, but at least, my mom used to say that, okay, I will know whatever you do. But I had that inherent thing. So during my first year, I think our first year started quite late, right? So initially like I was quite, I was a little bit scared about this ragging and all, because in Geetam, my cousins used to say they rag a lot, right? I think when we were starting only, all this regulation, he used to explain, because now for me engineering was like, I have cracked it, now I want to enjoy. I don't want to study anymore. Right? So for me,
you be like getting up at 4 o'clock until 9, whatever time. You guys were so competitive too, I guess, because of the circle you are in.
Right? Like and you see run, and then because you see how in front of your eyes, you see, right, how these two people are treated, right? So that felt, that spark on me that I have to crack it, otherwise, because I have already seen one failure.
You have
right?
no life at all. Like.
Because I had already seen one failure where I have to repeat 9th. So this time I thought that there is no point.
And also for you guys, like especially men at that time, the pressure was even bigger, right?
Bigger.
You have to settle in life. You need to get a good job. If not, there is no life for you.
There is no
for
life
us, for you. It's little different. We were also competitive, want to do good in life, but it's like it's like a backup option for us,
Backup.
right? Kind of like that was the mindset at that point,
Exactly.
at least in India those days, right?
Yes.
We don't need to like break too big in a career. If not, there is no life. There's no such pressure like that for us.
For me,
just I can say that honestly, like to be fair, you guys had tremendous pressure, like being guys at those.
For me was I have to get engineering. That's it. There is no other choice for me because I want to enjoy life. Because 9th and 10th, because it's so competitive, last like 3-4 years I have been struggling. So
4 years, yes.
4 years I have been struggling. So I want to enjoy. So I think
need to catch up now.
Catch up now, right? So we day scholars, I think first I was getting a little bit scared about this ragging and all because my self-image hasn't been built, right? As Ranjit was sharing, his self-image is high, but my self-image was quite low, right? I'm still
quite low,
not figured out. So I was quite, scared.
Still have little low self-esteem.
Low self-esteem. So that I had to improve on. But luckily what happened was somehow for me it was like a godsend, right? I have a very good friend called Janardhan Rao who was I think in 3rd year at that time, and we got connected well. So he used to spend time with me, and and he was like one of the serious guys. So nobody in 2nd year used to touch me. So it was like I have a veil of protection. So I used to spend more time
so
with
you
him.
got okay.
So of course he was at the time. I was more like okay, I have a veil of protection, so I used to maintain that relationship. He was trying to build friendship with me. Maybe he saw some qualities or somehow he connected with me. So I used to spend some time, maybe weekly once or twice. I used to spend time in his hostel room, and on top of that, then I started building relationships with our friends like day scholars, Arun, Kishore, Panini, and of course Kiran used to, and we used to go out together and spend some good time. And I used to have fun. I never read anything during I just used to, if there was a homework, I used to do. But after coming home, reading engineering.
Then, throughout your childhood, it's a co-education, right? Co-ed, you always had girls in there, like it's together.
Yeah, it's co-education. But I think I used to never build any deeper relationship, even friendships with them. Okay, if I need to get any homework with them, I have this. But I never had this, that's what, right? Low self-esteem. I never had, because to talk with girls.
You never want.
You need to have some kind of a self-esteem so that and of course during your even I think now my daughter is facing as well. But if you talk to one specific girl, then your rest of the boys are ready, right, to link you up, and you are the topic of discussion. So that also used to scare me, right?
So it's a peer kind of pressure, like
peer pressure.
Maybe something might go bad or something wrong. Then
so that way I never took time to build a relationship with girls and all that. That's why God gave me a teenager now, so I can catch up to all those times right now. So
yeah, exactly. Whatever you miss, right?
Whatever I miss. Yeah. So I think in 2nd year and all that, so I think I remember ChemCon happened. We had some good times together, and ChemCon. And of course Arun
actually this saree is from ChemCon. I wore at that time. That's why I wore this saree again.
Nice. Yes. So that was some good fun times. So I think even
I kept it.
So then I think day scholars, I also had to get good at how to give excuses at home and spend more time in hostel. Because my parents were a little bit scared because used to see in newspaper that the student went to the beach and he drowned, or there was this accident and the student died. So they were a little bit scared that something will happen. So I got good at.
Even we had a very unfortunate incident, right, in our class. Remember?
Yeah, one boy.
So his number, I don't know. He drowned in the first year, I guess. And then he never came back.
He came back.
And that's why that one seat got opened up.
Yes.
Actually, that's a small trivia. That
Small
seat, I came as a 61. We are only 60 class.
Oh, okay.
They created a number 61.
61.
Actually, I
Wow.
came in a second counseling. I went to the second counseling, seeing in the paper that there is one seat that came up in chemical engineering, which I left chemical engineering when in the first time counseling. I took an ECE.
Oh.
But then, yes. So it's a destiny, I would say. That unfortunately, that person, whoever, after I joined, I got to know that why this seat opened up, and then I have a special number 61. 61. Yeah, just because of that. Yeah. Anyway, so that's how the first year, like you were trying to get used to little bit of the day scholars and also like hostlers too, little bit, right?
And that's what, right? We used to go to beach and we used to, play a lot. And I had to figure out a way when I come back to home, my mother doesn't find out. So directly I used to go to toilet, get bathing done, and come out as a normal person. And that's what, right? During
from the beach.
From the beach. So these were some of the. So I start getting good. So in home, I had to be like you are this big brother, you are responsible and all that. But
good kid and all
role
that. Model.
But role model, right? But outside home, I had to have fun. Actually, whole year, I remember I never used to study after coming back from. Because for me, this was I am not born for chemical engineering, right? I took engineering because I want to have fun. So I used to spend time talking at hostel or talking to friends, and we used to.
So you were just relaxed now. You're kind of into that relaxed mode and enjoying mode.
Enjoy mode.
You guys got burnt out, I guess, too much in those 4 years.
4 years.
I think that I can see.
At least that's what one good thing which happened for us in engineering was your year-end exams are only once a year. I think in other universities
once a year, exactly, yeah.
It is twice a year, so you cannot have fun the whole year, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And here another, like during the year, I used to enjoy with all the friends, but as soon as the exams were close, my power of association, get in touch with Kota Arun Kumar. We used to literally sleep in his house. We used to study with him. We used to, whatever he used to suggest.
Hang out,
refer question papers. And power of association, I was always, I think, at least in top 15, I guess, top 15, 20, I was there.
Yeah,
so for me, that is what, and I think one more thing, in first year, organic chemistry was where it is confirmed that I'm not going to do chemical engineering in my life. Because this trichlorobenzene, this many benzene, that benzene rings and all that, it was very difficult for me to remember organic chemistry. So I thought that, okay, and it was confirmed by, it was one more subject which confirmed was fertilizer technology, wherein the flow charts of from here to there, because you have to remember all the flow charts and draw it.
So many flow diagrams, right?
Diagrams. I thought this is not my cup of tea. Okay, I have to figure out some way to get out of this.
So your number was what? 13, 14, right?
I think
12.
12, I think number 12. Yeah, I think 13
12
was Shahi.
Right, and then 13,
Arun was 11, I think. I think Arun was 11, mine was 12.
Right, and Manohar is 13, I guess.
Manohar is 13. Okay. I think 10 was Shahi. Yeah.
Shahi is 10, is it?
Shahi is 10. Yeah.
So you were all like in the lab?
In the lab, again, right? All 1 to 20 are boys only. So there also you don't get chance to mingle with girls. And
you guys don't have a girls group in your band.
Don't have, right?
That's so sad. Okay.
So then you have
no distractions, maybe.
No distractions, right? So then, if you really not to build a relationship, then you have to, go outside,
out of the way, right? Yeah.
Out of the way. And again, since your self-image is low, if you start talking, then that evening is your topic for discussion, because we have our professional
discussion in the boys' hostel or anywhere outside.
Right? So you have your, there used to be professional. So I used to get scared. Only if there is a need.
We came from a very conservative time, right? We don't even go and talk, just normal talking used to be a big thing, right?
That's why we used to look up to PKC and Ranjit. Wow, man, these guys are amazing. Right? I think these guys had, because I asked for a bike. My budget Padmanabhan said that no, now is not the right time. I can't afford your bike, right? So he had his intention made clear. Because of course my brother was 2 years younger to me, so now he has to go through engineering. My father was waiting for me what this guy will do, because mine was a free seat, right? So it's like hardly 5,000 rupees.
5,000 that time.
Yeah, 5,000. So I finished my education because in much less cost. So he was waiting what will happen to my brother, then decide for this expense. So I never got a bike until third year. So until second year, first year, second year, I was just relying on day scholars like Arun or Kishore or Anni to just move me around and have fun with them. So I think in third year is where then when I got the bike, then I used to roam around, have fun, stay in hostel. And one third year also, I think one thing which started doing is our surrounding homes, right? Whenever they used to go out, they used to ask my parents, can Arun sleep here? So that it will be like you are afraid that thieves will come into your home when you are away, right? So they used to ask me. So then that was my fun time. I used to bring people to those
friends with
you, and we used to have fun there, and that was one of the fun times. So all the hostelers used to come, and some homes had AC, so that was a new thing.
That's a good thing, actually.
That's a good thing,
house
right?
were given to you guys as like a vacation house. Nobody's there. Oh, you got so innovative ideas those days. Who would think that you can bring friends, right?
Bring friends. And here another thing which we had a VCR. So what you used to do is, third year you're getting ready for GRE, right? I used to say, hey mom and dad, I need to start watching English movies so to understand US English, because TOEFL you need to go to English. So used to bring VCRs and watch movies which boys need to watch. So that
together we need to watch. Yeah.
So that was,
it was a good excuse.
To have fun with your friends. You have your home for yourself. So I think in third year and all that, I think one of the very good times was our IT trip, right? And I think that's what I was.
Yeah, you were there in the IT, right?
Yeah, I was there because that trip. Actually, I missed one trip in my school. My parents never allowed me.
Okay.
So I said that this IT tour, I'm not going. I'm going. Nothing doing. Whatever you say, I'm not going to listen. So because they were also a little bit scared. And luckily, my other cousin who was in Geetham, he went and he used to give good, experiences he had. So I decided I had to go. So IT was one of the fun times. So whatever we are doing now, I was just thinking, in IT, you remember or not, we used to have the same thing. As we are progressing, we used to get one guy in middle, and we used to ask that guy or girl the questions about his experience and all that. I was just recollecting.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun during IT, actually. Is that your first trip away from home, or you?
Yes.
You went first. Yeah, right?
No, that was the second trip. I think first trip was in second year. We group of boys, because Arun was associated with this Satyasai, right? So Satyasai, I think one of the devotee, what he did was he took some students along with him to get some special darshan of Satyasai Baba. So like that we went to Bangalore once for a 3 to 4 day trip. I think few boys were there.
Okay, so just to Bangalore you guys went?
Just to Bangalore. And this IT was the next...
generally this is the first trip away to the north too, right? For us,
But one repentance which I have in IT tour was, just because I know Hindi, I was held back in Delhi and I could not see Taj Mahal. Until now, I have never seen Taj Mahal. So that is in my...
Why was that? There was something happened.
Something happened. I think some reservation was delayed or something. So, and Satish got, he had in some other place, and I and Rajesh had to search for him. So I stayed because I know Hindi, so in Delhi I can talk
to people.
So because of that, I
So
missed.
knowing him,
Now I bang my head. I missed Taj Mahal
why
because of that.
you said that, right? Okay.
Because
I remember a few times, like we were calling you, some people, like boys were calling you to ask about Hindi, right?
Yeah.
To bargain or
No,
something.
bargain.
And even our IT sir, like, he used to always look for you, right? Where is this Arun? Where is this Arun to talk to?
So maybe my Hindi.
That was really nice. Yeah,
nice.
We are all glad that we went. Even for myself too. That time it's not like so usual, right? But we had to debate a little bit. Do you go or not? But yeah. We were all able to.
That was, I think, one of the best.
So we did this kind of catch up thing at that time in IT, is it? Ranjit
yes,
also
I think I remember. Yeah, I think during night times, or I think during the train journey times, that was considered one of. So we used to ask, sit and ask one person questions and all that. So whatever we are doing now, a crude version already happened in IT tour.
We did already, yeah. I remember campfires, and it was really fun, talking and having nice discussions.
So I think in third year and
so tell me, during all the college time, you never had any crushes or anything? Like, I know you said that you never approached anybody, but
I never approached anybody, but I think I used to talk to some girls over the phone, some day scholars and all that, just to get that satisfaction that hey, you are talking to girls. But later on I realized that so you have that kind of feelings at that age. So but again, that was only to have that satisfaction. You are also talking to that girls. But again, that I realized that I think this is, I'm not able to build any friendship, right? So I'm just talking for the sake of talking. So then I started, I left that. Then I used to talk only if there is a need. I never spoke to any girls in terms of building any friendships or anything. Because for me, somehow that interest was not there. Yeah. So,
and we were so cautious, I guess, because of the society or the way we were brought up to all the things. I think it's so much. It's not easy. It's
not easy. Again, that's what, right? My self-image, I was not taking any steps to build up my self-image as well. So that's what even people will say that, I had a big voice and all that. I had a big voice because I had a low self-image. So just covering up my self-image using my big voice.
So you do have a big voice and very strong and opinionated. Is that true?
Or I used to shout a lot, right? I used to shout and if
you used to do a big whistle too, I guess, right? I don't know. Yeah, something like that.
Maybe
we know your voice at least. Yes, Arun's voice and it was there.
I used to scream a lot because again, that was one way to show that hey, this guy is something. But actually, your self-image
just for attention, right? That your existence kind of a thing. Yeah, to make sure you are there.
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
but you are doing really good in studies too, right?
Really studies you because power of association. You are with class number 1, right? So you have to be at least number 10 or 11.
You have to. Yeah.
Right? So
yes, you got that. Yeah.
I got that so maybe by God's grace or something. I had that thing figured out that okay, during exams you know with whom to associate and pass. I think around third year when this campus interviews and all that come, I had given my, I think TOEFL I got a good score, but I had given this campus interviews. I think
so you're also going to this coaching of GRE somewhere. You guys all used to go, right?
I was going for this GRE coaching, and even I think I went for some CAT coaching as well. Luckily, I think when this campus interview started happening, I only got selected for one interview call only. I think rest and all, I was not selected. I think either Wipro or Wilco or anything.
There were only very few that allowed chemical engineers
I think
to participate in the campuses actually.
Exactly. TCS,
Wipro, the only
Wilco,
one, and then I don't think Wipro or anything allowed. Maybe there is
Wipro
one
allowed,
more that allowed,
and
but yeah.
Wilco allowed, because I know Arun was selected in Wilco. And next was the City Corp.
Okay.
And City Corp, so I think I did well in their aptitude test in interview. I don't remember what exactly happened, but luckily when they asked me what is, do you have any questions for us? So here, one thing which I remembered, my cousin used to say, who used to stay in Bangalore, that Citibank, out of whole India, they have 35 ATMs, but 32 ATMs are in Bangalore. So he said that.
Oh, okay.
So luckily in campus interview, I asked that question, hey, why in Citibank you have 32 ATMs in Bangalore and only 3 ATMs in... I think they guys thought that these guys had done well research about our company, and I think they offered me job based on that one question only. Otherwise...
Just because, you know something different, right?
Something different.
That's a detail. Not everybody knows, right? Yeah,
not everybody knows. Them. So that's how I got selected in, City Corp, and that's when my dad...
Oh, there was a campus interview, is it, in City Corp? Okay.
So City Corp, it's like a Citibank subsidiary division. Okay, a lot of things happened after that. But that's when my dad...
So you are the only one got selected in our class?
I think I and Panini got selected, and of course Panini went for his...
Panini also got selected. He didn't go, right?
Go.
So you two are the ones who got selected. Okay.
So then I think that is when my dad decided again, you want to, I think you better join the job now. Your GRE score is valid for 5 years. Once you work for a couple of years, you have enough money, then you can, because at the moment I don't want to, because I know that spend a lot, because again the salary which they were offering was quite huge. I think highest was Wilco, which was I think around 24K or something. So next highest was City Corp, which was around 22K per month. So that
22K per month. That time it's a lot, right?
It was, because I think TCS was just offering around, I think 11 or 12K at that point of time.
11 or 12K, I guess.
So then when we compared, when he came to know about all this, no, you better join City Corp. You work for a couple of years there, then once you gather enough bank balance, then you figure out how to go to US. Because I think my brother was in paid seat, so he was paying like 40,000 every year for him. So budget Padmanabhan, right? He doesn't want to jeopardize the opportunity which he got for his son. So then, I decided to pursue career using City Corp.